I freaking love the divine. I love spirit. I love God. I love the universe. I am just in awe. Poor lights. My lights went out. Listen, you were not meant to suffer on earth. You were not meant to suffer. You were meant to live a beautiful, fulfilling life here on earth, okay? We go through some really trying, testing times in our lives. We really do. And I really pray and hope that you don't feel like I'm discrediting you, and I'm not discrediting or undervaluing the pain that you've been through. And we learn through our suffering, but I know there are some people who might see this and find that, they've gone through just so much distress and so much heartache, so much pain. And I really feel for you. That all goes to say that you were here to live such a beautiful, fulfilling life. You are seriously here to enjoy life, feel happy, and feel loved. The love I feel in my heart right now as I'm making this video is incredible. Yes, so I have been talking about the unconditional love of the universe, the unconditional love of God, whatever you refer to, your higher power, or if you don't recognize that you have a higher power, or you don't recognize that there is a higher power, I just want to tell you that you are loved, and you are here, like I said, to live a life of fulfillment. And it's like sometimes we can't see past the confusion, but in the confusion, in the doubt, in the worry, the fear, is still this love. And this love is just, there's this love that just carries and just holds us so deeply. It finds us wherever we are. It meets us wherever we are. Like whenever you're in your most happiest or most doubtful of stages of life, this love is here. And I've been so grateful to have experienced this. I've been so grateful to have witnessed this with my own eyes, my own being, this unconditional love that I might have not felt from anybody outside of me, but within my body, in my meditations, in my prayers, being overwhelmed by and consumed by this love. I just did this reading a little bit ago, and the love that, oh my goodness, the love that, the universe just has, it's just confounding. It truly is. And I'm here to tell you today that this is meant for you. This is what is here for you, right? I was supposed to be eating my soup. I just am so excited. I'm just so grateful, so happy to be sharing this with you. I asked before recording what message, or what do we want to talk about today, because I think it's, sometimes I get really doubtful, and in my doubt today I was like, hold on, ask spirit, ask the divine what you need to talk about today. Ask the divine what message needs to come out. So I laid some cards down, and I was rather confused until I did this reading. And then this overwhelming, again, this sense, oh my gosh, this love just kept pouring in. And I'm like, I understand, I get it. I was talking to my therapist today, and it's like, this has been the message of the day, is like unconditional love, this heart message, like feeling the heart and getting into the heart. Something really incredible happens when you just sit with yourself and sink into your heart. It's like magic. It's like magic. In your most distressing of times, I know we don't want to do it. We don't want to take a deep breath. We don't want to be like, oh God, we don't want to surrender. We don't want to do any of that, right? And that's okay. But when you find yourself getting into these moments of distress, sink into the heart, right? Because there's something there. There's a whisper that'll tell you everything will be okay. I'm so sorry if I'm out of focus. I don't know what's going on, but there's this whisper here to tell you everything's okay. I have this card. It says happiness. It says happiness, and this card that says, my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. You'll find the more you are, the more doubtful and the more untrusting you are of yourself and of, you know, the divine, you'll find yourself starting to get like really, you know, that feeling of depression, or you'll find yourself, maybe you find that the things you want seem to be repelling from you instead of coming towards you. You find yourself sad. It's like my happiness, my inner happiness is just a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. The more faithful I am, the more loving I am, the more loving I feel, you know, the more faithful I think I said this, but the more faithful I am, is like, it's like everything starts to turn around, right? And we don't want to believe it's that easy because of the trying times that we've had. And let me tell you, I've been there. I really have. And I want to validate your feelings and the hardships that you're going through right now. I really do. But there is just this beautiful energy that is waiting for you to access and receive. I have gratitude here. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents, right? Sometimes, like, I feel like gratitude is an attitude of gratitude. It's so easy to miss, right? But the one thing every day that we can be grateful for is breath. It's like living, like, right? And it seems so simple, but something happens in you when you are gracious for small things, and you'll start seeing this happiness, this light, this love cultivating throughout your life. You know, even though right now it's been really testing, the moments I cherish are moments like this, when I get to talk to you, or when I get to read, right? That's when I feel the most loved, when I'm connected to the divine. When as soon as I step back and I, lose my connection, is when things start to go haywire. If you see me looking down, I'm just looking at my guidance. I'm looking at the cards that I have laid out, and I have visualization and insight. The moment you can sit with yourself, right? Whether this is a meditation or before going to bed, and you kind of just like give it up to God, you give it up to the universe, whatever you want to say. Once you give it up and allow yourself that peace for just a little bit, you'll start feeling and receiving that insight that the insight that you need to move forward. It's so crazy that we have the tools within us to get to where we want to be, right? We have that access here. And if you just give yourself a moment of time, maybe 2 minutes a day, and then increase it to ask for guidance, to look within, it'll all come rushing and flowing through. Visualizing and feeling that it's already in your energy does a lot. It really does. It allows you to align with the frequency of the things that you are wanting. It allows you to align with the energy of receiving. It allows you to align with the universe, with the divine. Notice where your joy lies. Notice where your happiness lies. Notice what brings you joy, what brings you happiness, and continue to go towards that. I know it's so important, right, to identify the things in your life that do bring you joy, but also knowing, if they were gone, will I still be happy? What's gonna happen? Knowing that regardless of what you have around you, that this joy is still accessible. Even in the darkest of times, this joy is still accessible. And this is something I'm learning. Trust me, I don't have it figured out. Not one bit. And again, being gracious. Okay, being gracious for the things that we have. That's been a huge lesson of mine lately as well. Appreciating the small things so that we can allow the big things to come. Because I'm gracious for the small acts that are, happening in my life, I can easily be even more grateful, or just allow that energy to bring in, bigger things into my life. This all goes to say that if we give ourselves the time, delve deep in to listen to the heart, to listen to, you know, our inner voice, our inner guidance, that it's going to lead us to exactly where we need to be. Yeah. Okay. So much love and so much light to you, and stay tuned for the next video. Goodbye.